Hello friends. Welcome back to Wonderfully Made, Bible Stories for Children. I'm so glad you're here. Last time, Elijah was afraid and very tired. He ran into the wilderness and felt alone. But God met him, not in a great wind, or an earthquake, or fire, but in a gentle, quiet sound. God cared for Elijah and gave him new work to do. One of those instructions was about a man named Elisha. Today, we'll see what happened when Elijah found him, and how God continued his work through someone new. Are you ready? Let's jump in. Elijah went from the mountain and traveled until he found Elisha. He was in a field plowing the land with oxen working hard, guiding them as they pulled the plow through the ground. This was his ordinary life. A farmer, doing his work. Elijah came near to Elisha. He placed his cloak on him. This was a sign. It showed that Elisha was being chosen for a special purpose. To follow Elijah and serve the Lord. Elisha understood. He left the oxen and ran after Elijah. He asked to go and say goodbye to his father and mother. Elijah allowed him to return. Elisha went back but not to stay. He took the oxen he had been using and prepared them as food. He used the wooden tools from his work to make a fire. Then he gave the food to the people, and they ate. After that, Elisha left. He went after Elijah and began to serve him. His old life as a farmer was behind him. God had called him to something new. Elijah was not alone anymore. Elisha was now with him. God was continuing his work, not just through Elijah, but through another servant as well. The same God who cared for Elijah was now calling Elisha. And the work of the Lord would go on. Let's think about this story together. Elisha was doing ordinary work when Elijah found him. What does this show us about where God can call people? Elisha left his work behind to follow. Why do you think he did that? God didn't stop his work when Elijah was tired. He called someone new. What does that teach us about God? What are some ways we can follow God in our own lives, even in small, everyday things? God sees us in our ordinary lives. And when He calls, He is inviting us to trust Him and follow, just like Elisha did. Thanks for joining me today. Next time on Wonderfully Made, we'll see a surprising moment between Elijah and Elisha. A journey will come to an end. A new beginning will take place. And something incredible will happen that shows God's power in a way no one expected. We'll find out next time. Until then, remember, you are wonderfully made. Bye for now.